What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to a brand new series of Heroes of Might and Magic, the Olden era. Now, just a little background of myself. I grew up on Heroes of Might and Magic 3, loved it. Played Heroes of Might and Magic 5 and all of its DLCs, loved it. Played Heroes of Might and Magic 6 and 7. Wasn't the biggest fan, but the fact that it was still a Heroes of Might and Magic game, I somewhat enjoyed them. They definitely they weren't the best work, but I did somewhat enjoy them. And this one, I am very, very excited about. From what I've seen from some of the trailers and a little bit of gameplay, it seems like they have gone back to their roots, and I'm very excited to get into this. Now, this is early access, so this isn't going to be the full game. I'm not exactly sure when the full game will be releasing. So there's only some of the factions released from what I understand. They do have a message here, so it looks like we have 6 unique factions: the Temple, Dungeon, Schism, Grove, Necropolis, and Hive. There's an in-game tutorial. The first act of our long, non-linear campaign. More acts will be added with the full release of the game. Pre-made scenarios with self-contained stories, with even more coming during early access. Classic single hero and arena modes available in both single player and multiplayer. Matchmaking, ranked play, and leaderboards for all 3 modes. A wide variety of random map generator templates for unlimited replayability. Hot seat mode, allowing you to play against friends and family, one after another, on a single PC. I did do that here and there back in the day with my dad, so that's cool. A series of puzzle-style changes and a map editor beta to create your own adventures. I will admit that I've never gotten into any types of like map editing in any type of game. Master a wide range of skills and talents, equip powerful artifacts, visit a multitude of locations, command different fantasy creatures, shape the future of your kingdom with strategic faction laws, and upgrade your army for the challenges ahead. Then this is just a little welcome. Delighted to have you here. Discover its wonders. We'll be adding new content throughout earlier access and continue to work on bugs, polish, and balance. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and go down to the audio, just in case the music tends to be loud in most games. If there's any more adjustment that needs to be done on the volumes, please feel free to let me know after this first episode. So what can we be expecting for right now? Why is my resolution so high? Do you want to apply them? Continue. Everything's on high. Desync. Let's see. Language, campaign autosaves, quick start, autosaves, gameplay, auto resolve, hide battle difficulty. No, we don't want to hide that. Spellbook animations, pop-up notifications in battle, additional player timer, map speed. Okay, what can we expect from this series right now? I don't think we will be going through the campaign. I kind of want to save that, especially since it seems like they only have the first act done as of right now. I don't want to dive into that. I want to dive into the complete story. Now, Heroes of Might and Magic campaigns before have been very tough. I remember, like, it was probably like the 3rd or 4th mission in Heroes of Might and Magic 3 that kicked my butt, and I never finished that campaign. I did finish all of the campaigns on 5, and I believe I finished the campaign on 6. There were times where I had to look up how to beat it, so we might be doing some trial and error when we get to that point. We'll see how difficult the campaign will be. I think I might go through the tutorial for this episode. If that's not your thing, it's understandable. But once we complete the tutorial, I do think I'm going to be doing some challenges. Now, for those of you who watch some of my other content, you guys know I'm a big fan of Total War. And Total War Warhammer 3 is releasing a new DLC on May 21st. So I figured we would do a couple episodes of this. Probably put it on the back burner, but do not worry if you guys do enjoy the series. I will be bringing it back. I just want to make sure that we're covering The DLC for Total War Warhammer 3, since that's a pretty big series on my channel right now. But yes, very excited to dive on in. So enough of me talking. I've talked your ears off enough. Let's go ahead and get into the tutorial map and see what this game has to offer. Welcome to the tutorial. Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era is a tactical turn-based game where you will explore maps, recruit and level up heroes, develop cities, and battle your foes. Throughout the game, you will encounter various mechanics. These will be introduced and explained step by step in this tutorial. Your journey begins with the Gameplay Basics mission, where you will learn the core elements of the game. Once completed, you'll unlock a series of short challenges designed to deepen your understanding of the game's systems. To begin the tutorial, use the menu on the right side of the screen. Beginner tutorial, in which you will learn the basics of playing Heroes of Might and Magic. Select difficulty. Looks like it's only going to be easy. Great for beginners. Well, that's what we are for right now. We are beginners. They've added some new types of factions, like Hive, Schism. Necropolis is a classic. They mentioned Dungeon in here, right? Welcome to the tutorial. Here you will learn the basics of the game. To begin, close this dialog by clicking the left mouse button on the window. When you enter the game, you'll find yourself on the global map, the game world, where various objects, locations, and enemy forces are scattered. By default, most of the map is covered by the Fog of War, a visual effect that obscures the landscape and hides objects. To lift the fog, you must move your heroes, revealing new areas and interacting with special objects that uncover more of the world. To move a hero, double-click on the map using your left mouse button. The first click will mark your path, and the second will confirm it to send your selected hero on a march. Movement consumes heroes' movement points. Depending on what it is pointing at, the mouse cursor will change to indicate available actions or warn you of if movement is impossible. During the game, you will encounter large territories that cannot fit entirely on the screen. At any time, you can move the camera to see the part of the map you need. To do this, use any of the following. Right mouse button and drag, WASD, click on the minimap, and move your cursor to the edges of the screen. I like how they have all these options. You can only plot a route through areas that are not hidden by Fog of War. Obstacles and enemy squads block movement and prevent route planning. Depending on the movement target, the route will be highlighted in different colors. Green, a regular route that the hero can fully travel this turn. Gray, the hero doesn't have enough movement points to reach this part of the path this turn. And red, movement will end in a battle with an enemy squad or garrison. Now that you've learned the basics of movement, make your way to the marked checkpoint. You can always view your active task in the upper left corner of the screen. Okay. Looks like we gotta go down this way. Your hero can no longer move. All movement points have been used up. Click the large hourglass button at the bottom right of the screen to start a new day. Your hero will fully restore his movement points and can continue moving. Great, your hero's movement points have been fully restored. Keep moving to the marked square. I'm actually so excited for this game. Heroes at Might and Magic is my shiz. Well done on completing the first task. Now proceed to the next checkpoint along the road. It will help your hero to move faster. Where's that? Gotta uncover it. You have discovered an interactive object, the Redwood Observatory. Special structure that removes the Fog of War and a large radius around it. Throughout the game, you will encounter many interactive objects. To learn what each one does, simply hover your cursor over them. Interact with the Redwood Observatory to continue the tutorial. To do this, double-click it. Yep. Removes the Fog of War and a huge radius around it. It's better than climbing a random tree. You have uncovered a large area on the map, revealing new objects. The passage ahead is guarded by an enemy, and piles of gold lie scattered nearby. Before attacking the enemy and moving on, collect all the gold around you, and as you do so, the current amount of each resource will be displayed in the resource panel at the top of your screen. Look at these little sheeps! They said collect all this gold. This is tons of gold. Ew. Collect 5,000. Boom. Keep going and plot a route to the squad, blocking your path. Your hero will start a battle as soon as he steps onto the square adjacent to the squad. What do we even have? Swordsman. 3 stacks. They are living. A fully sentient inhabitant of Jadame? Morale range, luck range, fallen living creatures count towards the power of necromancy reanimation after battle. Can only attack adjacent enemies, provokes counterattacks. Minus 30% range damage. We have health, attack, defense, damage, morale, luck, initiative, and speed. Oh my gosh, they brought back the split upgrades. I love that. They added that like in a DLC. It was the DLC, was it the, it was like the ogres or something? For Heroes of Might and Magic 5, was that the first time that they added the split upgrades? That was one of my favorite mechanics. It says, easy battle, right click for more info, a magic creature, a beast or beast-like creature. Jadame's beasts often have fantastical powers, denizens of other planes even more so. Morale range, luck range, fallen magic creatures count towards necromancy. You have melee attack and toxic spear, does not affect undead dragons, embodiments, or constructs. Attacks leave gaping wounds, causing the target to take plus 25% damage until the end of the next round. Fighting style, vicious spit, performs a long reach attack which deals minus 50% damage, does not spend focus charges. 8 health, 3 attack, 6 defense, 1 to 3 damage, morale, luck, higher initiative, and higher speed. Okay, let's go in. Battles in Heroes of Might and Magic take place on separate battlefields divided into hexagonal spaces. Creatures move across these hexes and engage in combat with enemies. Battles proceed in rounds. Once all stacks, both yours and the enemies, have taken their turns, the next round begins. The sequence of turns is determined by initiative. The higher the creature's initiative value, the earlier their stack will act in each round. You can always check the turn order by looking at the initiative bar at the top of the screen. Before the battle begins, the tactical phase is activated, during which you can adjust the placement of your troops. To do this, drag any friendly stack within the highlighted area. If you drag a stack onto a hex occupied by another stack, they will swap places. Defense, hero information. We are John Johnson. We have basic scouting. Our sight radius is increased by 1. Assault of the Earth. Swordsman growth in your cities increases by 1. Under his command, swordsmen gain 1 speed, 1 initiative, and 20% HP. Their attack and defense increase by 1 for every 3 hero levels. And enemy swordsmen lose an equal amount of attack and defense. Nice. All artifacts. Quite a few slots for artifacts, which is cool. We can flee, we can start battle. Okay. The goal of the battle is to defeat every unit in the enemy army. To achieve this, your creatures must attack the enemy's troops. The game features creatures with 3 types of attacks. Melee attack deals damage only when it is close to the target. Long reach attack, the creature can attack a target 1 hex directly behind adjacent hexes. And range attack. This creature can attack from any distance unless there is an enemy adjacent to it. However, the damage decreases as the target moves further away. If a stack can't attack at the moment, it can move closer to the enemy. The maximum movement distance depends on the creature's speed. A creature making a melee or long reach attack can both approach and attack in the same turn. Move the mouse around the target hex to select which hex your creature will attack from. Range attacks do not include an approach phase, so ranged creatures must choose between moving or attacking. Any action, an ability, or a move, or an attack, an ability, or a move, ends the creature's turn unless otherwise stated. When your creatures attack an enemy in melee combat, they may receive a counterattack in response. The number of counterattacks is limited. Usually creatures can counterattack only once per round. In certain situations, if you don't want a stack to attack or move, you can use additional tactical options. You can wait. The stack delays its actions until the end of the current round, allowing others to act first. This option can only be used once per round per stack, and we can skip the turn. The stack forfeits its actions for the round and won't be able to act until the next one. Manage your troops wisely, plan their positioning on the battlefield, and choose the optimal moment to strike to minimize losses from enemy counterattacks. Okay, now you guys have, like, a ranged attack. And it's from 1 hex away. That 1 hex that would be adjacent. So if we move here, you shouldn't be able to hit me, right? I think. We got our spell book. Do we have any spells? We do not. Autoplay. Oh, he can hit me. Oops. Well, I like the little, like, health bar. That's cool. Man. Those guys can move far. Oh, because they're going again. We're gonna lose a troop here. Tis a shame, tis a shame. So, how can you see if somebody's gonna counterattack? -1. We lost 1 soldier. 900 out of 1,000 XP. We gained 84. Congratulations on winning your first battle. This time you faced a weak enemy, but on your journey you'll encounter much stronger foes. To defeat them, you will need a larger army. Nearby, you can see the swordsman's garrison, special buildings where you can hire reinforcements. Use the gold you've collected to recruit new troops and clear the path ahead. You can recruit swordsmen in this dwelling. Their weekly growth increases by 4. Wow. Continue forward. Your strengthened army can now take on a tougher enemy. Well, not quite, pal. I'm gonna get some more. Okay, how do we can split. There we go. Now we have some pretty equal stacks. 20 to 49 of these creatures. Alright, so we gotta remember that, yeah, they're waiting on us. So honestly, we can't go into, like, defensive stance or anything, it seems. Let's let them come to us. Not really a way we can avoid attacks here. Since they have higher initiative, higher speed, we don't have any ranged attacks. We kind of just gotta take the hits. How far can you zoom in? Oops, nope, nope, nope. Can we not move the map? Oh, okay. So it zooms in, like, where your cursor is. I gotcha. Begone, foul beast! Alright, we got a level up. By exploring the world and defeating opponents, your hero gains experience points. Once enough experience is gained, the hero levels up. With each new level, the hero receives random improvements to their attributes and selects from one of 3 skills. Passive abilities that enhance their overall performance. Choose your skills wisely to strengthen your hero. Heroes with well thought out skill combinations will play a major role in your success. Each hero has 4 attributes: attack, defense, spell power, and knowledge. Attack and defense are added to the corresponding stats of creatures in battle, increasing the damage they deal or reducing the damage they take. Spell power boosts the effectiveness of spells. Higher values mean increased spell damage and longer durations for positive or negative effects. And knowledge increases your hero's maximum mana, allowing for more spellcasting during combat. Each hero also affects 2 combat stats, morale and luck. These are applied to all creatures in the hero's army. Morale affects creatures' behavior. High morale can give a sack an extra turn, while low morale can cause it to skip its turn. Important, the greater the number of factions present in your army, the lower its overall morale. An army composed of one faction gains +1 morale. Each additional faction reduces morale by -1. Interesting. Okay. Luck influences the chance of landing a lucky, enhanced, or unlucky, weakened strike. The attributes gained at each level depend on the hero's class. Might heroes are more likely to gain attack and defense, while magic heroes are more likely to gain spell power and knowledge. Similarly, the probability of acquiring specific skills varies. Might heroes tend to learn army-focused skills, and magic heroes are more likely to be offered spell-enhancing skills. Each skill has 3 tiers, basic, advanced, and expert. As the hero levels up, the skill can be advanced as follows. Upon reaching the advanced tier, you choose one of 3 subskills. Upon reaching the expert tier, you choose one of 3 final subskills. Each upgrade improves the core effect of the skill and allows you to tailor your hero to your preferred playstyle. In addition, your hero can attain an elite class. To do so, you'll need to acquire a specific combination of maximum level skills. It's a challenging path, but the reward is worth it. The hero will become significantly stronger or gain powerful new abilities. Okay, so that's new. To find out which skills are required to unlock an elite class, hover your mouse over the class icon in the hero's profile. Also, pay attention to the hints shown when leveling up. If a selected skill brings you closer to an elite class, a small icon of the corresponding class will appear next to it. At any point during the game, you can view detailed information about your heroes. To do this, double-click on a hero's portrait in the bottom part of the screen. Okay. So the Swashbuckler, Heroic Strike deals plus 60% basic damage. Or Paragon, friendly creatures always deal maximum and take minimum damage? Whoa. Might Hero, upon leveling up, most of the time gains attack and defense bonuses along with skills that strengthen this hero's creatures. Knows Heroic Strike, which is used to attack the enemies in battle. That's what I was looking for, but I didn't see Heroic Strike. The skill's damage scales with the hero's level. So we actually don't have anything to go down the Paragon. We didn't get offered anything for the Paragon route, which kind of stinks. But I mean, Heroic Strike dealing another 60 damage is pretty solid. So I guess we'll go... Can I keep this up? Doesn't look like it. So basic offense. Friendly creatures' basic attacks deal plus 15% damage. Oh, is this what it opens up? Okay, well, we'll go basic offense. There's no, like, confirmation, so you gotta be careful when clicking that. We get a total of 8 skills, it looks like. So there's no way to reach both Swashbuckler and Paragon. So you gotta choose. And you gotta hope that you get lucky in your rolls, I guess. Okay. They're about to give us a castle, it would seem. Well done, you've completed the first part of the tutorial and now know the basics of the game. In the next tutorial mission, you will learn more advanced features and detailed strategies. Victory! Nice. Cool. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the first tutorial mission and learned the basics of the game. A more challenging mission is now available, offering a deeper introduction to the mechanics of heroes and might and magic. Okay, this one's normal difficulty. Get familiar with the more advanced mechanics. Yep. Let's dive straight on in. Welcome to the second tutorial mission. Your goal is to reach the city at the opposite end of the map and capture it. Okay. The city is guarded by an AI player, so prepare your hero and army for the upcoming battle. Start by capturing the nearby mines. They will provide you with resources and become the basis of your economy. On the global map, you will encounter neutral squads, hostile creatures that guard valuable items, important objects, or passageways to new territories. Neutral squads can feature one or more creatures at the same time. The creature model on the map represents the strongest stack in its army. Okay. Hover your cursor over it to see the creature types and suspected amounts of guards you will face. Also, pay attention to the estimated difficulty of the battle. This indicator shows how challenging the encounter is likely to be for your selected hero. Both neutral squads and your hero's armies can include a wide variety of creatures. Each creature has its own stats, passive traits, and active abilities. You cannot normally view detailed information about enemy hero creatures until you're in battle with them. However, you can always check the stats and abilities of creatures in your own army. Simply double-click the portrait of the desired unit in the bottom part of the screen. Yep, we've seen that before. Cities are the cornerstone of your progress in the game. Each one is unique and offers vital functions that can empower your forces. Buildings. Construct new buildings to expand your city's capabilities. Buildings unlock features such as army recruitment, unit upgrades, trading, and more. Construction requires resources and, at times, specific prerequisite buildings. By default, one building can be built in each city per day. Recruiting creatures. One of the city's core functions is the recruitment of troops. Building creature dwellings allows you to recruit units. Their available numbers replenish at the start of each week. Units from previous weeks will accumulate if not recruited. Okay. Upgraded creatures. Upgraded dwellings allow you to enhance your units. Keep in mind, only creatures whose improved dwellings are present in that city can be upgraded there. Hiring heroes. Once a tavern is built, you can recruit additional heroes. While not essential, having multiple heroes gives you greater flexibility and control over the map. Saying that it's not essential is pretty crazy. From what I remember, having multiple heroes is pretty darn essential. Trading resources and artifacts. Construct a marketplace to exchange resources and artifacts, helping you manage your economy more efficiently. The more marketplaces you own, the better rates you'll get. Helping you manage your economy more efficiently in exchange. Okay. Unique faction abilities. Every faction offers distinct advantages. Cities tied to a specific faction provide access to exclusive features that can dramatically shift the game in your favor. Additionally, cities generate gold daily and accumulate law points, which are used to activate your faction's special bonuses. Yeah, law points are also new. Every faction offers distinct advantages. Unique faction abilities. Cities tied to a specific faction provide access to exclusive features. Okay. Each city can hold up to 2 heroes at a time. One in the guest position, this hero is visible in the city and on the global map. One in the garrison, this hero is stationed in the city and disappears from the global map while there. You can freely move heroes and creature stacks between the guest position and the garrison during your turn. However, keep the following in mind. Every hero must have at least 1 creature stack. A hero without an army is considered defeated. Apart from neutral squads, creature stacks cannot exist on the map without a hero. You cannot transfer creatures from the garrison to the guest position unless there is a hero present there. Okay. Once transferred by a hero, creature stacks can remain in the garrison without a hero. You got it, boss. Ooh, we got a new unit available. Okay, construct a new building. So we gotta defeat the enemy. We gotta complete intermediary tasks. Well, we're gonna recruit all. I think I might just do the 1 stack. Tutorial creature stats. Each creature in the game is a unique entity with its own stats as well as active and passive abilities. Units of the same creature can be combined in a stack. The more units in a stack, the more damage it deals. When taking damage, units in the stack can die, which reduces the number of the stack. In the creature information window, you can review the following stats: HP, attack and defense, damage, morale and luck, speed, and initiative. All pretty basic. If you guys would like to pause, I'm not going to read all over that. Creatures can also have active and passive abilities, special skills that can have a significant impact on the outcome of the battle. Cool. So you are also living. You have a ranged attack. Minus 50% melee damage. Targets 3 or more hexes away take negative 10 damage per hex up to negative 50%. 3 or more hexes away. That's a pretty short range. View from the heavens. Increases the hero's sight radius by 1 while this creature is in their army. This effect does not stack. Deals plus 20% round range damage. Duration 2 rounds. Does not end the turn. Nice. And then we've seen our swordsmen. So we have swords and crossbows. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that this stuff is already built. You have the Muse. Pick 1 upgrade from the list? Really? I mean, we don't really know what law points are yet. Alchemical dust, mercury, crystals, gems, ore, wood, and gold are all of our resources. We have the Mage's Guild, which unlocks spells. We have the Griffin Rookery. Muse time 2. Ostringers and Marksmen. The Hippodrome. Recruitment of Cavalry. Guard Captains and Sun Aegises. Removes the fog of war within 20 squares around the city. Pick one upgrade from the list. Additional passages appear in the city walls. Traps appear on the battlefield. They deal damage and stop any creature that step on them. When the city is attacked, a stack of tier 1 creatures joins the defender's side. Whoa. Guild of 6 Winds allows a selected hero to spend a day learning. They will be unavailable until the next day and receive a permanent increase to an attribute of their choice. The tavern is banned. The owner city produces 1,000 gold and one of each other resource daily. The city's dwelling produce 100% units. What is that? What is that resource? Is that like the law points? Now, usually, I feel like it was always important to upgrade your main city first and get gold pushing out. But I don't know what astrology points are, and I don't know what law points are. Oh my gosh. Magic is a key element of gameplay. Alongside armies, heroes can use spells both in combat and on the global map. To cast spells, heroes use a special resource, mana. Mana is a limited resource that partially restores each new day. If the hero starts the day in a city that contains a mage guild, their mana is fully restored. Heroes can only use spells that have been added to their spellbook. Spells are divided into 4 schools: Daylight, Nightshade, Arcane, and Primal. Each school has its own focus. For example, Daylight magic includes many support spells that strengthen your army, while Primal magic mainly contains combat spells that deal damage. The main way to acquire spells is by building mage guilds in the city. All spells are ranked by tier from 1st to 5th. By default, all heroes can learn and cast 1st and 2nd tier spells. To access higher tier spells, they must first develop proficiency in the corresponding magic school, which is acquired like all other skills. Some artifacts may allow heroes to ignore this restriction. There are also neutral spells that do not belong to any school. These spells have unique acquisition conditions. Most often, they are unlocked through skills and sub-skills. To use these neutral spells, a hero must also reach a certain level. The higher the spell's tier, the higher the required hero level. High neutral magic constellation? Oh my lord. Wow. That looks intense. Whew. Each faction in the game is unique. Its cities feature special buildings. Its recruits unique units, and its heroes belong to that specific faction. On the global map, each faction is also associated with its own type of terrain, which affects various game mechanics. However, the most unique feature of each faction is its exclusive set of faction laws. Research options that change different aspects of the game. These laws can strengthen the economy, improve creature stats, and modify core gameplay rules. As you play, you earn law points, increasing your faction's level. With each new level, you gain 1 law seal. Okay, these seals can be spent immediately or saved to unlock more expensive and powerful laws. To unlock high-level laws, you must first invest some seals into some basic ones. Some laws require multiple seals to unlock or upgrade. Some laws have multiple levels. Each level increases the effect of the law. Law points are generated daily by cities and can also be earned by heroes during active play. Defeating neutral squads grants law points equal to 20% of the hero's gained XP, excluding any additional bonuses. Capturing neutral objects on the map also grants law points. Okay. Well, how do we get out of this screen? So, I mean, I feel like we're doing pretty well on gold right now. Maybe law points? A one-time allotment of 2,500 gold. Okay. Gives resources. Heroes gain sight radius. Produces 250 astrology points daily. Swordsman growth in your cities increases by 4, and they gain 2 defense, 4 crossbowmen growth, and 2 attack. Friendly creatures deal 25% more damage to summoned enemy creatures. Okay, so we need 2,000 law points in order to get, like, 1 law point, I guess. Oh, law seal. When you accumulate enough points, you earn a law seal. Okay. Pick one upgrade. I guess we can check out the law points. Law points seem pretty solid. Economy plays a central role in Heroes of Might and Magic. Throughout the game, you'll encounter many sources of income, but cities are among the most important. Certain buildings within a city generate resources automatically. The primary resource produced daily is gold, used for construction, recruitment, and other essential actions. Constructing specific buildings will increase daily gold income and may also unlock the ability to harvest additional resource types. Cities also generate law points, a special resource required to activate your faction's unique bonuses, and astrology points, a special resource that increases the level of the magic observatory and allows you to unlock and upgrade powerful global map spells. Okay. To boost daily gold, law, and astrology point production, upgrade your city's central structure. Note, cities aren't the only source of these resources. You can acquire them through other means as you explore the world. Okay, I think we're done with the city. How do we get out of the city screen? Just escape? As you explore the world, you will come across a wide variety of map objects, buildings, and items your hero can interact with. Hovering over any object will display a description, helping you decide whether it is currently useful to visit. Just like with standard movement, you can set a route to a map object. Once confirmed, the hero will automatically move to it and interact upon arrival. Each object has specific interaction squares, usually located just below it. When setting a destination, your hero's path will be planned accordingly. Gives a small amount of random resources. Gold, wood, ore, crystals, gem, mercury, and alchemical dust are the main resources in the game. They are essential for nearly all gameplay activities, constructing buildings, hiring troops and heroes, studying and upgrading spells, and more. Your objective is to gather a variety of resources and use them strategically to strengthen your position over time. Resources can be attained in several ways, found directly on the global map, acquired by capturing mines, and collected by visiting objects across the map. Cool, cool, cool. 5 to 9. So we got some of, we got some of the special heroes here. Okay. Let's make sure we can hit these guys in a single turn. We got our new crossbowmen. Sick. Start the battle. I actually think I'm going to keep you back, just to be safe. Ah, heroic strike. Here it is. God, what did I just press? I think I just skipped my turn on accident. So I don't want to be pressing any of the keys, because I just pressed D to try and move the map, and it skipped my turn. So we do not want to do that. Melee attack. Okay, it doesn't look like Fine Bolt is ready. Shift for more info. Okay. Ability cost 2. What does that mean? Alright, well, let's take a shot. Can we? We can. Okay, 15 health, 5 attack, 8 defense, 2 to 3 damage, 1 morale, 6 initiative, and 5 speed. You are living. Melee attack. This creature and adjacent friendly creatures take minus 30% range damage. So it's not just them, but adjacent creatures. And you're anointed for defense. Whenever this creature gains a positive effect, its defense increases by 2 until the end of battle. Gains a positive effect. Okay. Bring him down. I'm gonna have you wait. Nice, and you can kill. I like the animations. It feels so retro, like graphic style, but it's also like it looks really good. No losses. That's exactly what we're looking for. Once per week gives 8 to 12 wood to the first visiting hero. Some interactive objects on the map have an owner, the player who has interacted last with them. These objects are marked with a flag next to their model on the map. The color of the flag indicates which player currently controls the object. Ownable objects include cities as well as other key structures such as mines, generate resources, creature dwellings, allow you to hire reinforcements. Number of available units is limited, with a new batch showing up at the start of each week. While flagged, these dwellings passively increase the weekly growth of the corresponding creatures in all your cities. Very cool. So it says that the tavern is banned. So I feel like that means we will not be getting another hero. Because normally I would save, like, all these pickups for a different hero, but... yeah. It says it's banned. So I don't think we can hire new. Which is a bummer. That's alright, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up all of our resources then. Gameplay is divided into days, weeks, and months. To succeed, use your resources wisely each day. Move your heroes carefully, keeping in mind their limited movement points. Explore the map and interact with important objects. Recruit troops to strengthen your heroes' armies and unlock new areas. And construct new buildings in your cities to develop them. To develop a city, open its screen. In one of the following ways. Move a hero to the city's guest square by plotting a route to it. Double-click the city's model on the global map. Or double-click the city's icon in the city panel on the right side of the screen. Remember, each city you control is unique. Buildings constructed in one city will not automatically appear in other cities. At the start of each new day, several important events take place. Heroes' movement speed are fully restored. You can construct new buildings in your cities. Temporary effects may activate or expire depending on their duration. Every 7 days, a new week begins, and every 4 weeks marks the start of a new month. These time intervals also trigger major game events, most notably creature growth. The number of units available for recruitment increases in cities and in special objects on the map. To start a new day, click the end day. Yep. In Heroes of Might and Magic, you can use multiple heroes to explore the map efficiently and quickly. Each hero has their own level and set of skills, and they can each play various roles, from a simple scout and resource collector to a great commander who can conquer your enemies. Heroes can be hired in any city where a tavern is built. Hiring heroes requires a one-time payment of gold. You can control only a limited number of heroes at a time. Capturing new cities increases this limit. However, if you lose control of the cities, the maximum number of heroes decreases, and you may lose the ability to recruit new ones. Your currently recruited heroes are displayed on the right side of the screen. Alright, who do we have here? Leah, the Untethered One, and then we still got good old John Johnson. Yeah, hero levels up. They can learn up to 8 skills. I think we've already read through this. But the artifacts that provide various benefits. Each artifact occupies a specific slot and can only be placed in that slot. Main hand, offhand, head, armor, belt, boots, back. 2 rings, 4 items, and 1 holy relic, a special artifact that enhances the hero's skill. Okay, so you receive 1 +1 level to all daylight spells, plus another +1 for every 10 hero levels. Casting daylight spells does not prevent her from using other spells of the same magic school. Enemy heroes cannot cast daylight spells. Basic righteousness. All who fall in battle do so in the hero's name. Whenever a friendly creature dies or kills an enemy, the hero's attack, defense, spell power, and knowledge increase by 1 for 2 rounds. Its effect is stackable. Basic daylight magic. Hero can learn tier 5 daylight spells? Good lord. Okay. Let's get to building. Oh, we can get the tavern. Nice. Okay, well, since we have a second hero, we don't really need to worry about that right this minute. So we went for law points, correct? Where can we see observatory points? I'm not seeing observatory points. Huh. Okay. Well, never mind that then. Oh, nice. If you hover over it, it switches over to your income. That's cool. Let's get the solar temple, and let's go for... produce 1,000 more gold daily. Hopefully that's the right choice. Really start stacking up our gold. Now we have 2,000 income. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring you on over. I want to level you up. 500 XP. Then we can take our other hero. In addition to moving around the map and visiting interactive objects, you can have your heroes approach one another. When this happens, the exchange interface will open, allowing you to transfer artifacts and troops between heroes. Distribute your forces wisely, split your army between heroes to defend different locations, or unite all your troops under one hero for decisive victories. Strategic interaction between your heroes is an essential skill that can help you overcome even the most formidable challenges. So, we're going to give you, Mr. John Johnson, all of my troops. How do we... It's right-click to split. Okay, you do have to keep at least one unit, so we'll do that. And then you, my lady, for each visiting hero, you are going to be my resource gatherer. Alchemical Dusk is a special resource required to improve various elements of the game. It is used to enhance artifacts, upgrade spells, and construct upgraded creature dwellings in the cities. Unlike other resources, there are no mines that produce alchemical dust. You can obtain it in the following ways: discovering it on the global map or by visiting certain objects, synthesizing it in the alchemical lab using crystals, gems, and mercury, destroying artifacts to extract a small amount of dust. +4 to tier 1 creature growth in all your cities. You have nothing that attributes to either one of these. Enemy hero can use each spell only once per battle. That's pretty fire. All the hero's spells always cost 0 mana? What the heck? That sounds insane. But since I kind of plan on using you as like we're not going to use you as a fighting force, I think I'm just going to go basic recruitment. A lethal battle. I don't want you picking up the chests. Easy battle. Okay, now we can see what the other version, the other upgrade for our swordsman is. We also have our griffins now. Alright, what's up with the griffins? Magic creature. Okay. Melee attack. Movement ignores obstacles and traps. Can counterattack up to twice per round. This creature's attack increases by 5 and initiative by 1. Kaige-O. Duration 2 rounds. I don't know what the ability points are. We have focus? What is this? Focus is a special resource used to activate creature and hero abilities. To use an ability, the army spends focus charges. 1 focus charge equals 6 focus points. The army generates focus when its creatures attack or take damage. All creatures generate 1 focus point upon attacking, except for melee creatures, which generate 2. All creatures generate 1 focus point upon taking damage. Ah. So we just haven't had any fights take that long. So what's up with this? This doesn't say it costs focus points. One way to win a battle is by casting spells that your hero knows. During your creature's turn, the hero can use their spellbook to cast a desired spell. There are 4 schools of magic, each containing a different type of effect. Heroes can cast up to 1 spell from each school per round? Wow. Casting spells consumes mana, which does not automatically restore between battles, so it's important to plan its uses carefully. After you cast a spell in combat, it will become unavailable for several rounds. The higher its tier, the longer its cooldown. During the game, you will be able to reduce the cooldown time of spells, but remember, under no circumstances can you cast the same spell twice in a single round. Ooh. Removes 1 counterattack charge from the target enemy. Wow. Target friendly creatures deal plus 20% damage. Cool, cool, cool. Was that just... Yeah, okay. Just daylight magic. I'm gonna have you wait. And you wait. Now, what's up with you guys? What makes you guys special? Living strikes twice when performing attacks. Okay, so you're more of an offensive guy, where the other guy's more defensive, which does make sense. Kind of expecting that to be the case. Could potentially kill here. Bring him down. Ah, not quite. That's alright. We'll be able to wipe them pretty easy. I like how much you can zoom in. That's really cool. Many creatures have abilities, special active skills that can deal damage, strengthen friendly creatures, weaken enemy creatures, and more. Unless stated otherwise, using an ability will end the creature's turn. To use abilities, units need focus, which accumulates during the battle. When a stack attacks or takes damage from an enemy, it generates 1 focus point. After accumulating 6, you get a focus charge, which can be spent to activate abilities. Different abilities require different amounts of focus charges to activate. The required amount is shown on the ability icon. After using the ability, enters a cooldown and becomes unavailable for several rounds. The cooldown duration is equal to the ability's activation cost. Many creatures have powerful abilities that can significantly alter the course of battle. Use focus wisely. Your hero can also use active abilities, which also require focus charges. These abilities follow the same rules as creature abilities. After use, they enter a cooldown. You can use your hero's active abilities at any point during your creature's turn. Using a hero's ability does not end the creature's turn. All heroes start out with a simple ability that deals damage to enemy targets. Other abilities are unlocked as you progress by learning special skills. Use the focus charges your army accumulates wisely. Don't forget to activate your creatures and heroes' abilities at the right moment to maximize their effectiveness in battle. Nice, nice, nice. Dragon Utopia? Well, I think everybody's moved. I think we're good to go. Doesn't look like this guy moves. Alright, let's get you moving on down. Someone can appear from this portal, but you cannot enter it. Gives the first visiting hero a small amount of random resources. Okay. I'm gonna have you hit this, just so we can grab that this turn. I do want you to have this. So what are your stats looking like now? 3 attack, 2 defense. Is that a floating fish? Fish to the face, common main hand? This is a weapon? Pauper's Glory, it goes wobble wobble in battle? What is that though? Whoa, with 2 set items? Oh, that's cool. The set items. Alright, well let's go ahead and jump on into another battle against the undead this time. Now, it does look like they have ranged troops. Okay, what do we have going on here? Skeleton Warrior. Undead. Morale is always neutral. The luck can change, though. A creature or person whose life has been prolonged by unnatural means. Fallen undead do not count towards the power of necromancy reanimation. And melee attack. Okay. Then we just have skeleton. And then we have skeleton archer. Alright, let's try and take out this archer before he gets to do any damage. Boom! Okay, 8 damage is not bad. Four to 7. Just counter attack. We might lose a griffin here. Whew, close. Definitely close. Yeah, you guys are beasting out. Okay, we can go ahead and kill this guy. We could kill either. I feel like you do more damage. I think we lose a griffin regardless here, though. No. Okay, nice. I wonder if he couldn't take him down. Alright. 0 losses is exactly what we like to see. 227 XP. Yep. Artifacts come in 4 rarities: common, rare, epic, and legendary. The higher the rarity, the more powerful the effect. Many artifacts are parts of sets. Equipping multiple items from the same set provides additional bonuses. Artifacts from sets can be improved. This requires alchemical dust, and the upgrade is performed directly in the hero's inventory. Nice. 25. Destroy artifact. Cool. Alright, let's grab this XP. What do you have right now? Okay. So you need the basic leadership for Swashbuckler. I mean, Paragon just feels like way better, but... +1 morale. Give us chances for additional turns. Oh, we actually can't get down there right now. Isn't this the edge of the map? How the heck did we ever get there? Huh. Alright, well, let's start heading you back then. And then we can build something. Mages Guild. Ooh, produces 1,000 gold daily. Marketplace. Artifact Merchant. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the bank. Producing 3,000 gold per turn now. We do have 2 law points. Produces astrology points daily. Okay. I still don't see where it shows our astrology points. Maybe we're not gaining any? I thought our city was automatically doing that, though. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go ahead and end one more turn. Apparently, this is an easy battle for us. Let's get you moving to collect our resources. We might as well hit this as well. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, nice. This is another artifact piece, it would seem. Okay, and then we will go ahead and open up with this battle next time. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. If you are, make sure to leave a like. If you're not, make sure to leave a dislike. I appreciate all your feedback. But, as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.